Okay, so in order to living in this world, we need a lot of money, right, Michael? We went to school, we need a car, right, Ryan? We live in a house, we need a house. Even you're sleeping, you need a bed, right? Ava, you're eating almost every single class, you need food. The food is not directly coming from your backyard, right? In these days, we don't plant. Enzo, you are wearing some t-shirt. The t-shirt has some money, right? You need to have some money for that. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. Okay, so today we're going to learn another way of learning, of getting some money is piecework. What does it mean, right? So sometimes, like me, I am actually gaining from piecework. I'm actually I don't have a job, I think, but every single class I teach you, I get some payment. Correct, Ryan? Correct, Michael? Yeah, so that means I am getting the paid by the piece of work. Every single class I get a work, I get some money. So piece of work is any type of employment where the worker is paid a fixed piece of rate for each unit produced. For instance, for one class, I get $10. For 100 class, I get 1,000. Okay, so if I'm a very good teacher. So one class I get 100. So 10 class I can get 1,000 already. Okay, so in order to get more money, you need to make the product better or worse. I want to ask Michael.
Better.
Very good. The better quality, the less time you input into that product, you're making more money. Correct, Ava? I want you to listen to me, okay? Not every time you spend more time to produce one thing is making you more money. Athene, correct? So for instance, if a student can make a banana cake, okay? Sorry, why I'm doing this is because I need to annotate. Okay, so a student can make 1 hour to make a cake. The cake is worth $80. So for 8 hours, she can make $640, right? Correct? But if it takes her 2 hours to make an $80 cake, for 8 hours, she can only do 320. Correct? But if she used 1 hour to make a cake, but the cake sucks, it only can make $10. So 8 hours, he can only make $80. So this piece of work, there's a two main things affected how much you can get from piece of work. I want you to think about it and tell me. Two main things, two main characters is going to affect the piece of work. What is that?
Quality and quantity.
Very good. Good job, Ava. Very good. Quantity and quality. Very good. Let's give Ava a clap. Good job. Very good. Okay. Very good. So one of the 13, let's take a look at example one. One of the 13 product stages in producing parkas is installing the zipper. An experienced seamstress needs 20 minutes on average to sew a zipper to a parka and is paid $6.20 per zipper. What is her weekly pay if she has 35-hour work week? Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at this one. What does 35-hour work week means? In 1 week, she can work for 35 hours. That's not based on her boss, it's based on herself. Because most of the piece work is you identify how much work you can do, right, Ryan? Okay, Athene? So 35 times 60, you get 2,100 minutes. The number of zippers stored per week is what? Because 20 minutes, she can sew one. So 2,100 divided by 20 equals 105 zippers. And because per zipper, she gets $6.20. So 105 times 620, sorry, $6.20. She got 651. Get it? Michael? Okay,
Yeah.
you understood. Okay, very good. So now let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so I'm going to block the solution and I want to ask Enzo, can you read the question for me?
Sure. Um,
The world famous Colossian sweater retail at $250 to $500. The knitter of the sweater receives 60% of the retail price. The length of time to knit a sweater varies between 20 to 36 hours, depending on the size of the sweater and the design. Sweater A takes 26 hours to knit and sells for $489. Sweater B takes 22 hours to knit and sells for $429. How much do the knitters receive for each sweater? And how much do they make per hour?
Okay, very good. So all of you, please redo this question yourself. Okay, so Ava, Enzo, Michael, and after you did that, please send it to me. Okay, so now I'm going to just ask. Okay, I'm sorry. So I have received 3 answers. Okay, Ava, good. Enzo, good. Okay, very good. Okay, so Michael, did you send it to me?
Oh, I'm working on it.
Okay. And Athene and Ryan? Okay, let's take a look at this one, okay? So word famous sweater retail for 250 to 550. So 500. A knitter of the sweater receives 60% of the retail price. Okay, so let me ask you. How much the knitter get is fixed or not fixed? That's very important.
Not fixed.
Thank you, Ava. Athene, understand? Ryan, understand why? It's based on how much the sweater being sold. If it is 250, she get 150. If it's 500, She get 300. I'm not saying all the knitter is girl, okay? So I just say she. The length of time knit a sweater varies between 20 to 36 hours. So usually the cheaper one is less time. The expensive one is more time, correct? Depending on the size of the sweater and the design. Sweater A takes 26 hours to knit and sell 489. So first of all, 400, why is white? So 489 times 60% equals what? Equals how much money, right? And she get, and divided by what? 26. Correct? And sweater B sells 429 and times 60%, right? And that is the money that she received. And divided by 22 is how much per hour. Get it, everybody? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So 489 times 60 equals 293, and you need to divide it by 26 and 22. Got it? Okay, the calculation is not super hard, but I want you to start to do that because you know what? I have a lot of students, they don't do calculation at all. Okay, so number two, Athene, can you read the question for me?
Roofing company specializes in shake cedar roofing. A worker is paid $32 for one person per square for installation. A square is 100 square feet and takes an average of 1.45 hours to install. What does a team of 3 roofers can each make per hour on a 7,000 square foot roof?
Okay, 哎，我们家猫疯了，天天跟我玩，真的是。Okay, I have received two questions and two people sent to me. Okay, so everybody, please send it to me, your answer by chat. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Enzo. 两个人答案不太一样哦。没关系哦 I don't know who's right, who's wrong. Okay, so Ryan and Athene, please send it to me, okay?
Almost done.
Okay. Okay, so send it to me by chat. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. A roofing company. Okay, so Ryan, a roofing, oh, thank you, Athene. A worker is paid 32 for one person per square for installation. So this one is paid what? Is paid by how much they install the roof, right? A square is 100 square feet and takes an average of 1.5 to install. Okay, what does a team of three? So how many, what does a team of three means? There are three people. Okay, so they want to make what? 7,000 square feet. Okay, let's go back. One person, one square, one per square for installation is how much money? 32. Okay, let me just see this one. So first one, number of square is what? Because 7,000 divided by 1,000, sorry, 100 equals 70, right? Correct? Okay, time for one person because they have what? 1.5 person, 1.5 hour to install. So including that, it needed what? 105 hours, right? Therefore, time for three people is what? Divided by three, because altogether this work need 105 hours to make. But we have three people, every person only need to invest 35 hours, correct? And for this total, 70 times 32 equals 2,240. So 2,240 divided by 3 is each one, and divided by time is what? Is per hour, per work. Michael, congratulations. And let me see. Enzo, good job. Okay, Michael, good job. Enzo, good job. And Athene, did you want to take a look? Which part are you making mistakes? Understood? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This one's not a lot of work. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. The Fernando is employed at an annual salary of 36,288, paid weekly. This one is we do this one already. Okay, so let's just move forward to the next one. Simple interest. Okay, so after we learn the income, we're learning. So Ryan, let me ask you, if you already have some money in your pocket, what's next? You want to make this money more or you want to make this money less?
More.
Very good. So in order to make more, you want to put the money into where? Into the bank and earn some interest, correct? If the income, you have to do something to earn the money, and the interest is something like passive income. Passive income means what? That you don't have to do nothing. Then the money just to come into your pocket. Which one's better? Passive income is really good, right? So, like for instance, you do piece of work, you income, you have to work. You have to go to your boss. You have to go to the office. You have to do something. They have to earn money. But the interest is you put the money, you give the bank. Bank will do the investment for you. Then you get some money. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So interest is very, so when Ava told me the income, the piece of work is connected with two things, quality and quantity, right? So income also have something very important because income equals what? The principal. Principal is what? Is how much money you have, okay? And R is what? Is interest rate. And time is how long you're going to put them into the bank. So there are three things is going to affect it, how much money you get from the bank. First of all, if you only have $1, you're not going to get a lot from them, right? If you have $1 million, Michael, you're going to get a lot of money from the bank, right? The interest, the higher, the better, right? The higher interest, you get more money. And the T is what? How long you get to put your money into the bank, then based on how much money you'll get. Correct, everybody? Okay. So let's take a look at number 2. Okay, so find the simple interest if $8,340 is borrowed for 2 years at 77.5% annually, or 7 months of 8% annually, and from the January 27 to October 26, 2017 at 3.6% annually. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. Principal is not going to change at all, right? It's 8,340. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. 7.5% annually. For the percentage is 0.075. You can write it as 7.5% as well. They're equivalent, right? And there are 2 years, so that's this one times 2. So at the end of the 2 year, you're going to get 1,251 plus 8,340 because you're going to take your principal back. But for the interest part, it's 1,251. Understand, Michael? Understand, Ryan? How about you, Ansel? Okay, so let's take a look at number 2, okay, for the interest. So the principal is still the same. The percentage increased to 8%. But what does 7 over 12 mean? Because the interest is annually, so that means yearly you get 8%. But do we have 1 year? No, there's only 7 months, right? So 7 over 12 times 0.08 times 8,340. So that's why the total interest will be 389.20. Get it? Okay, last but not least, from January 27th to October 26th, how many days are there? First, we're going to count how many days for the January, 5 days, February 28, March 31, and April 30, and May 31. And total date, June and July, August, September, and October. So Ava, the reason we're counting day by day, month by month, is because every month the date is different. Understand, Ryan? So the February is 28, and you need to think about it as 2017. If it is 2018, the February will be having 29 days. Get it, Athene? Okay, so if it's 2020, so 20 to 18, no, 2020, you have 29 days. Okay, 2024, you will have 29 days. So every month is different. You calculate it, how many days are there, and then you go back to the calculation. Okay, so it's 8,340, that's a principal, and 0.036, it's interest, and how many days are there? Get it? Okay, so let's just try to find out. Let's just do one principle. One question is very easy, okay? Just one question. Okay, compute the amount of simple interest. So we just do A, C, and E. Okay, 3 questions, A, C, and E. Michael 在算啊，Ryan 在算吗？Ryan 用手算， Okay, I have received Michael's. Very good. Thank you. And the rest of you, 要加油喽。Michael 有没有 calculator？
I'm on the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to explain. Thank you. So I'm going to just to give you the equation, okay? 5,000 plus 8.5% part 1.5, correct? The next one, 1,320 times 7%. Everybody take a look, 245 over 365. Get it? And last one, 1,125 times 4.3333% times 196 over 365. Understand, everybody? Okay, so they're all annual interest because, okay? So let's take a look at this one, okay? So finding the principal rate and time. So we know the interest equals principal times rate times time. So I want you to know that principal actually equals to the interest divided by the rate times time, right? So vice versa. So first of all, I think the first question is pretty easy. So please take a look at the first question. So what is the principal at 4.7.5% will earn interest of $27.15 in 9 months? Okay, so boys and girls, I want you to do it yourself, okay? 没有啊。哦。Okay, so everybody, sorry, I was mute before, right? Can you hear me right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at this one. I want to make sure, Ava, listen to me, okay? I want to make sure you understand what I mean. I want you to give me the equation like that. Enzo, Michael, okay? So still pretend you know the principle. Principle times 4.75% times 9/12 equals 2750. Get it? Okay, I want you to take a look. What is the differences between 27.15 divided by 0.0475 times 9/12? Why we're not doing this? It's because you're using this way. This is thinking about algebra. Ava? So you don't have to think about it, but you just think about it. Okay, in order to get this P, I need to divide it by 4 point. I know it is the same thing, but with this equation, we'll emphasize you understand how you get the interest again. Do you get me? Okay, I want you to using this way. I know this ask you, though the next step is the same, but I want you to using that one. Okay, so the same as next one, please do yourself. Okay, the next one, please do yourself. I'm muted. Thank you, Enzo. So you you didn't hear me at all. Okay, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. So everybody, so for the future value, like I said, you have interest, right, everybody? So at the moment, for instance, you deposit $100 into the bank account and you earn 5% yearly. For 2 years, how much money you'll get? 100 times 5% times 2 equals $10, right? So what is this $10? Interest, right? But the end of the 2 years, you not only get this $10, you get what? 100 plus 10 because you're going to take the principal back to your home as well. So it's $110 together. Get it? Get it? Okay. Get it, everybody? So the future value means at the moment you collect the money back from the bank, you're not only just to get this 110, you're getting the whole entire money.
Carrie, can
Yeah.
you go back
Yeah, which part?
where you wrote the equation for the interest?
Oh, that one. Sorry, this one, right? This one?
The one you wrote.
Here?
Yeah.
Future
Can you
value. Okay, so let me do it again. Okay, thank you, Michael. Very good. Okay, you ask questions. Very good. So $100 is the principal. Okay, so 5% is interest. And 2 years is the time, right? The time frame. So for me, I'm going to explain how much interest you will get is 100 principal times 5% interest rate times time. So altogether, they're like $10, correct? And the principal is $100 from the very beginning you deposit into the bank account. So at the end, you collect this $10. You're not only collect $10, Michael, you collect 100 plus $10. Altogether is $110. That is the final future money. We say future value of final amount. Okay, so let's take example 5. The principal is 680 and the future value is 760. Find the interest. Okay, find the interest. The interest is what? 760 minus 680 equals 80. Correct? For this question, very easy because future value equals the principal plus the interest. Okay, find the future value of an investment of 1,250 earning for 4% for 160 days. So first of all, we'll find out the interest equals 1,250 times 4% and times what? 160 divided by 365. Don't forget it, right? Because all the interest is based on annually. All right, so we get $21.92. Okay, then 1,250 plus 1,292. So the answer is 1,271.92. Get it, boys and girls? Okay. So what sum of money must be invested to have 6,500? 6,500 at 7.5% in 2 years. Into 2
Wait,
years.
Carrie, can I go to the washroom?
Yeah, of course. Everybody, do you want to go to washroom? 不用去. Okay, 那我们继续啊. Okay, the sum of money invested is the interest is 6,500. We first calculate how much of them are principal because the interest equals principal times rate times time. Okay, so this part is very complicated. Okay, this part is very complicated. So we need to, 1 second. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. At the end of money, you get it is 6,500, right? This 6,500 equals what? Equals principal and interest. Correct? Okay, so 6,500 equals principal plus principal times interest times t. Everybody, do you understand? Do we know what is principal? No. Do we know what is interest? Yes. 0.075, right? So we just write everything we know and put everything we don't know as a variable. Okay? Okay, so if you take a look at this one, it's p plus what? 0.15p. Because p times 0.05 times 2 equals 0.5. Okay, Ava, let me ask you. How many p's are there? P plus 0.15p equals what? 这个是一个 p， 这个是一个 p，0.15p. So how many p's are there?
2.15.
No, 1.15p. 一个 p 加上0.15个 p 等于1.15个 p. Understand everybody? Okay, so 6,500 equals 1.15个 p. 那 p 等于什么呀？等于 6,500 divided by 1.15. Get it, everybody? Get it? Okay, so very easy, okay? P equals 6,500 divided by 1.15. Okay, so we get the answer is 5,652. So now you get me, right? Why at the very beginning, I wanted to give you the equation like interest equals P times rate times time. So if you always get ready for the equation like that, it is not going to be very complicated when you calculate something like that, right? Okay, so now let's just do an example, okay? So let's take a look at this one. Okay, we see Sam deposit 100 into account earning simple interest. What rate is he getting if the account balance after 9 months is $2,603.13? So first of all, I want to ask, okay, so let's take a look at this one. So $26 and 2603.13. This is equals to what? I want to ask somebody to answer me. $2,603.13 equals what? Athene. Can you tell me? Equals principal plus principal times interest rate times time. Correct, everybody? 记不记得一个 p 对不对？好，一个 p 又来了，一个 p 又来了，对不对？ Okay, p times what? So do we know what is interest? Or do we know principal?
Yes.
Principal equals what? 2,500. OK, 好，把 p 都换成 2,500, 对不对？好了 Do we know the interest? No. Do we know the time? Yes. 9/12. OK, 好了。题目变成什么？2603.13等于 2,500 plus 2,500 times I times 9/12. Correcto? Correct, right? Okay, very good. So 2603 times 13 equals 2,500 plus 2,500 times I times 9/12. 好了，那 Ava 老师问你，5等于3加上2乘以 x， 你怎么做啊？就先把这个3减掉啊 ，correct？ So when we have the same thing, the number like more complicated, the same thing, 260313, we do what? We minus 2500 first. Equals what? Equals $103.13，对不对？等式的左边就变成这样了。OK，等式的右边，so 2500 times I times 9.9 over 12. OK, Enzo, 2500 times 9 divided by 12，这边能不能先做出来？Can we do this part first, Michael? Can we do this part first? We can simplify, so
Yeah.
3 over 4. So we can do 2500 times 3 divided by 4. Correct? Okay, so this one will be much easier. So 7,500 divided by 4 equals 1875 times I. 好了，I 等于什么？103.13 divided by 1,875, and that's it. So the answer is 0.055. So to the percentage, 5.5%. Get it, Ava?
I have
Okay.
a question.
Yes, very good. Please ask.
Where did the 5 come from?
5, where does 5? Which 5?
You said the 5 equals 3 plus 2
Oh,
times.
this one is just example. Like when you have some like number very complicated, you lose track, right? So sometimes we're using simple number to do the same thing. 如果一模一样的题目，5等于3加 2x. So in order to find 2x, you will deduct the 3 for the both left side and right side, right? So if you want to calculate this I, the same thing, you will deduct the 2,500 both left side and right side first in order to simplify this one. Very good question, Ava. Very good. Okay, so everybody, I want you to redo number A yourself. Okay, I want you to redo number A yourself because Ryan, by watching teacher doing, it's not going to help you. No, it's going to help you a bit. But the best thing is you practice yourself. Understand? Okay, so I am doing this with you together. Now you're doing this by yourself. Okay, Athene, Michael, okay, everybody, your turn.
Wait, what questions do we do again?
The number A, this question.
Oh, okay.
I hope everybody understand this question very well. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. How many days does it take for 8,000 earning simple interest at 7% to have the value of 10,000? First of all, ask everybody, what is 8,000 stands for? What is 7% stands for? What is 10,000 stands for? Could you just simply answer me one by one?
8,000 is the principal.
Very good. 8,000 is principal. 7% is what? Athene.
Rate.
Oh, thank you. Athene, you should thank Ava. She helped you. Okay, 10,000 equals what? Ryan. Oh. 是什么? Yeah,
Time.
Ryan. I don't think you're paying enough attention, okay?
Time.
No, 10,000 is not time. 10,000 has a money value in front of it.
The final total.
Thank you, Michael. The final total. Okay, the final total. The final total. Very good. Okay, so how many days does it take for 8,000 earning simplest? If you understand each of them, what it stands for, that'll be super easy for you to get the answer. Okay, final total equals the principal plus interest, correct? So 10,000 equals 8,000 plus 8,000 times 7% times time, which is the only thing we don't know. The asking is how many days? What is represent T, which is something we don't know. Get it, Ava? So it is very important for us to find out each of the numbers meaning. That is very important. Michael, good job. Enzo, good job. Ava, good job. And Athene and Ryan. Next question I'm going to ask you, okay? So how do we do it? So 1,000 again minus 8,000. Sorry, 10,000 minus 8,000, right? Equals 8,000 times 7% times T, correct? Everybody? So 10,000 minus 8,000 equals what? 2,000 equals 56. 560 times T. So T equals what? Equals 560 over 2,000. OK， 好了，这个时候有小朋友就说：“老师，560，8000乘以7%，我会做的，对不对？除以除以2000，等于0.28。好了，我做完了。0.28 day 呀，0.28 day 是什么意思啊？Is it 0.28 what? 0.28 year. Okay, in order to find out the date, you have what? 0.28 times 365. So the answer is 102.2. 那我们就说什么？103天以后可以拿到1万块钱。Understand? 103 days. 那有些小朋友说，为什么不是102天 ？No, it's more than 102 days. Correct? Okay, so the bank calculated as daily, so they don't calculate hourly and minutely. So that's why it's 103 days. Understand, Michael? Understand, Enzo? Ryan, do you understand? Okay, so now number B, I want you to restart yourself. Do it again yourself, okay? 这个 part 非常非常重要啊，小朋友们 very important this part and it's based on how much money you will get. 对不对？ You could be bad in math, but you could not be bad in learning money, like, right? Getting money. 对吧？这个跑去银行给了他们1万块钱，1年以后人家说 Okay, I give you $10,000 back. You're not getting any interest. You say, no. My math teacher, when I was little, told me it's illegal. Get it, everybody? Okay, you're protecting yourself. You're protecting your personal right, okay? So learn it. Number B, yourself.
Harry,
Yes, Michael?
do I send it or?
Yeah, please send it to me.
Can I go to the
Enzo,
bathroom?
it's 103 days. Very good. Not 102.2 days. Very good. 没有102.2天的，对不对，Enzo? Okay, very good. Good job. Okay, thank you.
Yes, I definitely wasn't gonna type in 102.2 days. Yeah. Okay, Mom.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Okay, Harry. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, Michael. Let's take a look at number 3. Harry needs to borrow money until payday. Okay, 有些小朋友哦, before we do that, I'm going to share one thing with all of you. I would like to share a YouTube video with all of you.
We're here at the 2024 National Taxidermy.
Sorry. Where is my video tape? 1 second. Sorry. Okay. I want you to take a look at the no. I want you to share screen with you so you can take a look what is truly interest is. Okay, so everybody, can you see it? Can you see it?
Interest rates, presented by WallStreetSurvivor.com. Interest is a fee paid by someone who borrows money to the person he borrows it from, and an interest rate is the amount that borrower pays. Here's Ben. Ben just graduated from high school and was accepted into a top university. Sounds great, right? Only problem.
Can you hear everybody? Can you hear? Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Tuition is too much for him and his parents to bear. So, Ben and his folks head over to the bank to borrow money for school. Ben talks to the banker and gets a loan for $50,000 to pay for his education. But why would the bank do this? Ben's a nice guy and all, but what's their benefit in lending out the money? The answer is interest rates. In exchange for the $50,000 loan, the bank will charge Ben 5% interest each year until the loan is repaid. So each year, Ben will pay the bank $2,500 in interest. Interest is almost like paying rent on the money you're borrowing. Here's another scenario. Imagine Ben has saved up $10,000 that he keeps in a savings account at the bank. By keeping his cash there, he is actually lending his money to the bank. The bank can then use this money for investments or to lend to other people. Just like the bank charged Ben an interest rate for the money he borrowed for university, the bank pays Ben an interest rate in exchange for keeping his money with them. The longer Ben keeps his money in his savings account, the more interest he will earn. In fact, even his interest will gain interest. This is known as compound interest. For example, if interest rates are 5%, in year 1, Ben will earn $500 on his $10,000 principal. In year 2, Ben's account grows to $10,500 and he will earn $525 in interest. In the third year, Ben's account continues to grow exponentially to $11,025 and he will earn $551.25 in interest. As long as Ben keeps his money in the bank, his principal will continue growing exponentially thanks to compound interest. Most personal finance experts say the concept of compound interest is the most important thing in growing your retirement nest egg. For more on interest rates, retirement, and other personal finance topics, head over to WallStreetSurvivor.com.
Okay, everybody, get it? Okay. So the reason I'm showing this one, Ava, 你怎么只有半张脸？
When central banks raise interest rates, it's big news.
Okay, so we're going to listen to this one later. Okay, we're going to watch this one later. Because these days, both Canadian government and US government, the bank system is dropping the interest rate. Okay, so why we're thinking this class is very important, I'm strongly suggest everybody to take a look at this one. It's because, Michael, for how many of you think math is just a calculation? I think Ryan is thinking this way. Athene is thinking this way. Ava, because her mom is actually tell her a lot of economics thing. I think Ava is a little bit well trained for like understand economics a little bit better. But math is not all about calculation, Michael. You agree with me, right? The person who understands math well, Ryan, can earn a lot of money. Enzo, you are going to understand the policy the government set up and going to affect it in your future life. Like this in the video, we talk about what? We talk about this boy is getting really good college, right? But he cannot pay his tuition. I know none of you maybe is having this problem, but what if in the future your friends is having this such kind of problem? Hard to say, right? So Enzo, instead of you give him some money, and he can also borrow the money from the government. There's a thing called student loan. Okay, but the thing is, the student loan is never counted in simple interest rate. They're counted in the compound interest. We're going to talk about this next class. Okay, we're going to talk about this next class. I don't want to get your brain is like bomb. Okay, it's like, I learned too many stuff. So today we're going to focus on the simple interest. But now I'm going to show you another video. Is how does raising interest rate control inflation? Not right now, later, okay? Because I don't want you to, yes, too much. So now let's just go back to the calculation, okay? So just a little bit shared up. So Harry, not Carrie, needs to borrow money until pay date. Why it's doing this? Well, 为什么？因为没钱啦，钱用完啦。Understand, Ava? It is very normal that in these days 不是每个人都有很多很多钱的, okay? So he borrows 300 from Shark Loan. What is Shark Loan Company? 高利贷. So usually the bank give you 5%, charge you they 10%. Okay, it's charged $2 per day for 16 days. 好，每天要给这个 company 付2块钱，一共16天。So can you tell me how much money he paid for the Shark Loan Company? Ryan.
$2 per day.
$2 per day for 16 days. How much money altogether?
32.
Very good. 2 times 16 equals 32. Okay, so who can tell me what did this 32 stands for? What is the meaning of this 32? Is it principal? Is it interest? Is it time? Which one it is represented?
Final.
Michael, this Harry borrowed 300块钱, 对不对? She borrowed 300 from the company. The company asked him to pay 32. So this 32 stands for principal, interest, or time. Which one?
Principal.
Is it principal? No. The principal is 300. The principal is 300. Right? So what is the time?
16 days.
Very good. 16 days. So this 32 represent interest. Get it? So the interest is not only you give the money to the bank and the bank give you the money. It also could be what? Vice versa. You borrow the money, like the student borrow the money from the bank to pay the tuition. You can also borrow the money from the bank and you pay the interest to the bank. Get it? So we have the principal. So interest equals the principal times rate times time. Correct? Interest 多少? $32. Principal 300. Rate, I don't know. And time, 16 days over 365. Get it, everybody? We have the equation. Okay, so Ava, Michael, Ryan, Enzo, and Athene, when you do those questions, I want you to make sure you tell yourself which one represent which value. 300 is principal, Ava, understand? And interest is 32 and time is 16. So in order to find out the missing value. Okay, so again, this one, everybody, you do yourself. Okay, 做完了吗? Okay, so if you're done, we're going to move forward to the last one. Ava, do you understand all of them?
Pretty much.
今天的有点难，是不是啊？
Yeah.
不用担心啊，一点一点来，好不好？ It's okay. 对啊，但是我们慢慢来，对对对，好不好？ Ryan, 我跟你说，这个 I think I'm losing you. Okay? Like from the very beginning, you are like catching every single thing I'm talking, but right now I'm losing you. I can feel like that. It is okay. Like you are going to have like it is not saying that you have to be good at math. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, I don't want you to lose control for something, like lose concentrate. The concentration is really important. Okay? When you're having a class, I always tell all my students, including Peng Peng, okay, it is sucks that while you're doing math class, you're watching something else. You think you're earning something. You think, hey, you know what? She's not even in front of me. She cannot see me, right? The thing, you're losing your own time. It's not me, it's losing something. I am spending 90 minutes with you. No matter how you're listening or not, I'm trying my best to give all the things I learned. Not saying that everything I learned is right, but try to give you all the experiences like I've been teaching for so long time, right? But think about it for this 90 minutes if you're doing something else. There's something else, you're not going to do it thoroughly. No matter you're watching YouTube or you're doing some video game or whatever, you're watching a book. It's not going to be 100% you enjoyed it. So at the same time, this 90%, you're not learning enough math as well. So it is not my lose, correct? Okay, because I'm doing piecework. Remember, I'm doing piecework. No matter you're learning or not, I get paid. Get it? Because I'm offering the piecework. Remember, this is my income, right? Okay, so let's move on to the number D. Determine the number of months required. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. They're asking you the number of months. Is it asking you what is principal, what is interest, or what is the time? Which one is what is the one they're asking you?
Time.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Time is something you don't know. Required for the deposit of 1,150 to earn $45.52. Okay, so 1,050 is what? Principal time interest. What is that?
Principal.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Enzo. Trust yourself. Okay, so 4.75 is what? Is what?
Interest.
Interest rate. Very good. Interest rate. Okay, so $45.52 is what?
Total income.
It is interest income. Very good. Interest income. So now interest equals principal times rate times time. Correct? Interest is $45.52, right? Principal is 1,150, right? Rate is 4.75%. And what is time? We don't know. Get it? Get it, Eva? Okay, so it's like Lego piece. You just to put every piece together and you get the answer. Get it? Okay, so now I already give you the equation, okay? So let's go forward to number E. Ryan, could you read the question for me?
A person owes $1,000 in interest after borrowing a sum of money for 4 months at 10% simple interest. If the borrower repays the interest and principal after 4 months, how much is paid back in total?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now everybody, number E, I want you to do yourself. Okay, so this is one last question we're doing today. I want everybody try to ask yourself a very simple question, just to copy what I did. 1,000 stands for what? 10,000 stands for what? Okay, and the question is asking me what? Okay, so the process is like that. Okay, one by one. A person owes 1,000 in interest after borrowing the sum of money for 4 months at 10% in simple interest. So first of all, everyone, am I muting myself? No. Okay, 吓死了。最后一道题啊 okay? So principal is 1,000, correct? Okay, after borrowing a sum of money for 4 months so this is a future value. 在借了一笔钱以后 for 4 months at 10% simple interest, right? If the borrower replays the interest and the principal after 4 months, how much is paid back? Oh no, what did I say? Okay, 是一样的啊. Who owns how much is paid back in total? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So that means what? The future value. It is asking the future value, correct, Michael? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So its future value equals the principal plus the interest. Correct? Okay, so the principal is what? Is 1,000. Sorry, I was misleading you. So 1,000. And the time is what? 4 months. Right? And what is interest rate? 10%. Oh, 很简单. So 1,000 times 4% times 4/12. So that is the answer. Get it, everybody? Okay, so this one is, I think, the simplest one for us to do. Okay, like I said, okay, boys and girls, the reason I'm taking so much effort for this one is, one, this is really related to our life. And for the next class, we're going to learn the compound interest. This is much, much harder. Okay, but this is really reflected to our life is because, the bank is not calculating everything in simple interest. This is long time ago. Right now, always is compound interest. That's a true world thing. Number two, while you're going back to the school, I think this part is going to be quickly passed. Every single teacher in regular high school, they do it really, really quick, which I think is not right because this is something is going to affect your future life. Do you understand what I mean, Michael? Okay, so for instance, if you go to a bank, somebody's trying to cheat you, whatever, you said no. When I was little, my math teacher told me it's not right. It should not calculate it like that. Your mortgage, your money, your everything is related to this chapter. So I wanted to spend extra effort on this one. Understood, everybody? And next week, we're going to watch a YouTube video, and this one will detailedly explain it to you, why interest is affected our life. Get it, everybody? Okay, so I hope you understand this chapter is really important and spend your time wisely. Okay, don't think, oh, Carrie's not in front of me. I can do everything. She's not going to see it. Yes, I'm not going to see it, but stupid. Understand? Okay, so that's it for today's class. We're going to see each other next week. Okay, bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.